guy sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
Hey! And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of Dragon Con, the podcast that never takes a sick day, except when we do take sick days. And joining me is, Lee, are you okay?
I'm not. I'm really sick. I'm sick and I hurt
Wow.
myself.
That's
I
weird.
think-
Does that happen to do with?
I think I should
Does that have to do with anything with our guests today?
It might, but I'm sick.
It's a short-term illness.
So
Well,
I'll
sorry
excuse,
I'm
right?
sorry you're feeling low.
Under the weather, perhaps?
Oh, fuck all of y'all. No.
Hey Kevin, I think
Hey,
that
Bill.
means we win.
Yeah. That didn't
Yes,
take long.
win. It didn't take long, actually. All right, so all this is props. Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's Lee's absolutely least favorite guest. Hi, we got Kevin, who is over video gaming, and Phil, who is over board gaming, and they both like to give me problematic. And I want to say, though,
Just a little
because it's gaming, I have my drink, Diet Mountain Dew, because I don't do sugar. But
No,
the
we
choice,
drink
highest
Reaper.
caffeine
It's the choice of a
possible.
new generation.
Right.
You drink what?
Not Loco?
Reaper.
Oh, Reaver. Yeah, no.
Reaper.
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 Reap-
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Reaper.
Coming soon to a liquor store shelf near you.
Ah, there
Okay,
you go.
good to know. So before we get to these guys, I just say a couple of things. So there was a town hall yesterday, and a potential big name guest was announced, but
Sort of.
it's not official. Kind of, sort of.
Who
Somebody
could it
actually,
possibly
I think,
be?
Who?
It doesn't matter. It does.
Who could it
Who?
be?
I don't- Really,
I don't know.
don't know. Right. Okay. So, but
Wait, but do you guys know? I'm confused.
no, stop. It was announced by somebody else during the town hall. That is not yet official. So
Wait.
until it's on, and I just checked. Well, as of this taping, it's not on the Twitter. It's not on the Facebook groups. So it's
Facebook
not
groups?
official yet. It's
No
not on
Robert
the
Picardo?
Facebook groups.
No Robert Picardo?
Oh, I like Robert Picardo.
Please state the nature of your Star
I
Trek
do.
emergency.
I love that. I love that. So,
So you're not going to say who
also-
it is then?
No.
Nope, just a
we
big name,
can't.
and you've gotten enough. You've gotten enough hints. You can hear it out.
By the time this airs,
Also-
it'll probably be officially announced.
Yeah, somewhere
It
around
might be, and that would be great, but we're not doing it in case. Second of all, the progress report, somebody asked, when is it coming? It is coming, and it's digital. Go to the DragonCon official Facebook group or the Twitter, or probably on the front page. I haven't looked at that one yet today. But
Do I
it's
have to
there.
go on
And go
Facebook?
read. No, you probably have to go on Facebook because I think go to Twitter. It's easier if you go to Twitter and just go straight to the @DragonCon.
They're nicer on Twitter.
And that's it, John. They are nice.
Yeah.
Wait, are we like
Look,
officially? Are we like live on Facebook right now?
Oh, yeah.
We are both
yeah,
live
someone
on
said hello.
Facebook and YouTube. And Kevin and I are wearing our 35th anniversary DragonCon shirts.
I'm just happy you're wearing anything, Lee.
I'm always wearing something, and my little dragon's not going to stay there. Okay.
I'm sorry I had to
So-
go to work today.
Well, that's
Hey,
up
this
to
is
you.
where I work every day, man.
This
I'm
is
in
where
the
I work.
office.
This is where I
there's
am
Usually
every day.
less stuff, less logo behind
Around
me.
me. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so we're
guys,
talking games.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. There are a
Just a
lot
little
of
bit,
changes
though.
going on in gaming. There are a lot of changes. Just because 2021. Let's just go
No,
with that,
No,
right?
really, it's called 2020, but
2020 part.
Well, 2020 hangover.
yeah, what is this? Day 491 of 2020?
Yeah,
Ugh.
Yeah, that'll work. 491.
2020. We're not done with you yet.
Well, before we get into that, let's get your
Okay.
guys' official titles and what it is that you guys do at DragonCon. We'll start with you, Phil. Phil, what is it that you do at DragonCon and your title and yada yada yada.
I am Phil Collins. I am the director of board gaming.
And how about you, Kevin?
I'm Kevin Stellard. I'm the director of video game programming.
Yay! See, there they are. Everybody knows these two.
Well,
they?
well, everyone knows that that Lee. This is Lee's both her most
Least
favorite one to
favorite.
do and her least favorite one to do.
And least favorite. Okay. Do you hear that evil giggle? Did you hear that? Both of them.
Love you, Lee.
Sad. Love you too. All right. So, good golly, Miss Molly, y'all got a lot of weird stuff going on. Phil, you got some of the weirdest. I heard it at the director meeting. So let's start with.
With what we can
So when's
discuss.
everything going to be known?
Yeah.
All right. So as of this taping, this is all the best knowledge that I have. This is subject to change, and nothing's 100% official until September 7th.
Right.
So
Exactly.
So America's Mart last year decided, hey, this would be a great time to remodel. So they, yeah, and so by remodel, what they did was they got rid of basically the first floor of of America's Mart. So the first floor of America's Mart, as far as we're concerned, is gone. I believe the Starbucks is gone. There's an escalator leading up to the second floor, which is this new big grand entryway. We also lost half of the second floor, which is where part of our electronic arcade, video gaming, LAN gaming, that's where it was. So we lost that. So board gaming will still be in the same place where it was. On the second floor of America's Mart. We're right. As far as I know, we're going to still be next to gaming registration. Uh-oh. We lose somebody?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
We lost
So-
John. He's
He's
just going. He's
okay. So we're going to lose. Like I said, we're losing a good deal of the second floor. Also, because we want to make sure everything's safe and clean for everybody, America's Mart is shutting us down at yeah. They're shutting us down every night. The time that we're shutting down is to be determined, but we're looking like I believe they're going to be closing up shop there as of 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Sorry, 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
AM.
2 p.m. would
2
be a little-
a.m. Although 2 p.m. for some gamers makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, well, so our plans right now are to be live and open from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. We'll have somebody at the board game area during that time. Man, my hand is like got a mind of its own. So we'll have somebody there from there, and we're going to allow people to keep games overnight, provided they've purchased their $10 DragonCon board games membership, and they leave us a driver's license. Open gaming is going to be tentatively in the 10th floor of the Westin, which is just across the Sky Bridge from America's Mart. I believe it's across the Sky Bridge, and I believe that's up one floor. Is that correct, Kevin?
10th floor is up 2 floors.
Okay, up two floors. Okay, it'll be in the Westin. There will be plenty of signs.
Yes.
Many signs.
So we're also losing a bunch of tables because, again, we want to make sure everybody's safe, and we want to make sure everybody's spread out. We are requesting that everybody in the board game area and the open gaming area wear masks if possible. That's just something that we like to request because the nature of board gaming is to be up in everybody's space, and the more of your droplets.
Sometimes.
And the more of your droplets that you keep to yourself, the better off we all are.
Regardless of whether there's a pandemic going on or not.
Right.
Well,
That
that
probably
probably
should've been
that idea either.
Right. So I've talked to most of my volunteers, the people who are working for us. Most of us have been fully vaccinated, but we know there are plenty of people in the Dragon Con community, especially in our gaming areas, who are not and cannot be vaccinated, because we still have a lot of people who are under the age of 12 who come to our area, and we just want to make sure everybody stays safe.
Safe. As safety as we can be, which is good.
Yep.
Right. So, oh boy. And a lot of things will be all up in the air forever. I mean, as you said, it's not official till 9/7, which is Tuesday after Dragon Con, if you didn't get the joke.
That's
Yeah, and
not
there's
a
also
joke, Lee.
the town hall on the 1st, right?
Yeah, we have another
there's-
one.
yep.
I'll be providing some more information for all of gaming at the town hall on the 5th.
On the 5th. Okay.
Very cool.
But
Very
they got rid of the Starbucks on the.
Last I heard, that was part of the plan. So I don't know if it's back yet or if they just moved it. But as last I heard, that Starbucks that was on Peachtree is no more.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem.
Oh,
for
I
some
really
people.
hope it's still there. Yeah,
Oh,
I really
come
hope
on,
it's
man.
still there.
The Westin has its Starbucks. All the hotels have their
Oh,
Starbucks.
Weston has one?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
right behind registration.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be
Yeah.
back. No, not all the
Fifth floor of the
hotels
Westin.
have one. No, they only have
There's
Starbucks
one on the fifth
coffee.
floor of the Westin. I promise.
Yep.
There we go. So
And
that's
there's also
fine.
one. There's one
Awesome.
in the lobby of the Hyatt.
You may have said this
That's
and I may have
not a
missed
real-
it.
Starbucks.
Will the video games be back again this year or no? Or because you mentioned some of
That's
that
a really good
space was
question.
gone.
Like
Last
the
I
arcade
heard,
type.
Arcade.
the
yeah, that's right.
arcade, I do not believe will be back. Tokyo Attack I definitely will not be back. As far as I know, we're not getting games from Joystick this year
Okay.
either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's again, it's just because we've lost space, and we want to make sure there's enough space to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, and if you
Awesome.
think about it too, people do crowd around those machines too.
Yep.
so
It's
probably-
it's a high touch
yeah.
environment.
It's a high touch
very,
environment.
Very high touch. Yeah.
It's a high touch environment, and we just don't. I mean, it's really about safety. We want to make sure that anybody who's coming and is going to play our things, we want to make sure that we can keep them, as limited touch as we can. I mean, and that's a big problem, especially for me with board games, because board games are very tactile. We want everybody touching. You want everybody playing the game, but you got to worry about people touching these things. So my goal is to have a lot of bottles of hand sanitizer around, and I hope people use them.
And there are going to be some that say we're going overboard on the thing, but I would rather us be a little too careful this year than not careful enough. I mean,
Right.
Mhm.
it doesn't hurt anybody to take extra care to wash your hands and be a little extra safe this year.
And I mean, I'm going to do
Exactly.
this because I have a 4-year-old and an 11-year-old that can't get vaccinated. So
No.
I want. They're not coming, but I'm doing extra
we
things.
don't see her. Oh.
She'll be there Monday.
But I understand. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
but
Awesome.
like I said, we just want to make sure we want to do everything we can to make sure that people can be safe and not have to. The last thing we want to happen is for Dragon Con to end up being a super spreader event.
Mhm.
We're going to do what we have to do to keep people distance. We're recommending that people wear masks.
Sorry, if you think about it, I mean, con crud is a real enough thing in the best of years. Airborne respiratory diseases are a thing at conventions.
Mhm.
If there's going to
Exactly.
be an event where this thing spreads, Dragon Con falls right square in the middle of that category. So yeah, we're going to be a little
Very
extra
likely, yeah. And I just want to say, if what you're worried about is your hand sanitizer not like fitting whatever your Dragon Con theme is, look, they make Baby Yoda little holders. And although Baby Yoda, because I do have my green screen set up, looks blue,
Say,
kind of like a
it looks
Smurf.
like
That's a little
Stitch.
scary. It looks a Stitch. Stitch would be awesome. But they have these, so you can find cute things.
Yeah, I'm buying it. I'm getting a hand sanitizer that comes out of vat. I want people to soak up. I want people to soak up to the elbows in this stuff. I
Fill a hot tub with that stuff and just
if I could
Plunk
get
you in there right as you get in.
if I could get away with it personally, you'd be misted with the stuff as you walked into the gaming area.
I mean,
All right.
we could arrest
Well,
him, but
I
we
have to
could.
say,
That's assault,
I have
Kevin.
to say, I really like. Yeah, unfortunately, I just want to say that I like Phil's plan because
Unfortunately.
Mr. Lee is. Well, it's unfortunate that it's assault because Mr. Lee is actually volunteering for Phil this year in board gaming.
Okay.
And you might get him back.
Heaven help us all. Shooting
So
us last
Kevin,
night, putting up this green screen. It was hysterical.
Kevin, so what's going on with your track this year? What kind of changes do you have going on?
Goodness.
Oh my
Well-
goodness!
Well, one of the things we're doing this year that's a bit different. In years past, when we've had voice actors, we've tried to assemble, cast members from Mass Effect or Overwatch or pick your favorite game here, and we're still doing some of that. But we're trying to highlight more one-on-one interviews where we can really kind of get in depth into some of the things our voice actors do when they're not. Some of the things they do besides their voice acting roles. For example, with Mark Meir, he's really active in the improv comedy and puppetry arts community. So we wanted to give him a chance to talk about some of the things he does that aren't necessarily voice acting related. He's did an event recently where he DM'd a Dungeons and Dragons game in an actual English castle.
Nice.
Ooh,
Tell me that's not 10 minutes worth of conversation.
that's a good 10 minutes. That would be so cool.
Right. Dino Andrade, his son Connor was featured in a Super Bowl ad last year.
Oh, really?
That's not the kind of thing you find out when you're talking about World of Warcraft or Mass Effect. So we're really trying to kind of get to know the voice actors a little more. And we may or may not be blatantly ripping off the Between Two Ferns meme from Zach Galifianakis.
Well, that would
We're
have
not gonna
It sounds like
entirely-
you might be, though.
Yeah,
The way that
we're
you
not going to
say
treat
that-
it entirely seriously. But, if
No.
you had a...
Well, it's Georgia, so it should be
I'm
two
sorry.
peak streets.
We could do that.
Oh.
Or Between Two Kudzu Vines.
That's
Ooh,
or Bradford Pears. Oh, kudzu vines. And do we? Does video gaming ever treat anything very seriously? No, I know y'all
No.
do. I'm joking.
No, we don't.
You don't. Awesome.
Irreverence
there
is
you
our
go.
calling card.
we have a saying over
That's a
in
good one.
gaming. We have a saying over in
Oh.
gaming. Dragon Con's going to happen whether we're ready or not. So
Yeah.
we embrace that.
It's going to be
Just
glorious.
hug
chaos.
that to you and love it. Yeah, love that 24/5. Just hitting and loving it. And Kevin, you do something that I love, which is on Thursday night. What do you do late Thursday night? Well,
We
late
do
for
our
old
8-bit bash.
Ooh.
We do a party that is 70s to 80s music themed from the 8-bit era of gaming. Actually older than that, but I'm not going to talk about that.
You
the last-
usually
I
have
keep
DJ
saying-
Spider, right?
Well, we have JP for our Thursday night event. Spider does Saturday. And I keep saying
sorry.
last year, forgive me, 2 years ago. But when I say last year, I mean the last in-person event that we ran. Because I'm going to
Wait,
do that.
Is that why nobody showed up when I walked in? That would explain a
That's
lot.
why. That would
Right?
explain it, wouldn't it? I mean,
But-
you had all that space. You were just ready to play some games.
Last year, when we had the event in 200 Peachtree, we decided that we're moving it back to the Westin. So our parties are back in the Westin this year.
Hey, Weston, the Wild
There'll
Wild
be a-
Weston.
There'll be a few people that cheer about that.
Those
You
floors
being
at
one of
200
them, I think.
Those floors at 200 Peachtree.
It was gorgeous, but yeah, people dancing on those
Slick.
floors. Oh God! somebody's gonna
Yeah.
die.
Well, I love that Thursday party because we have a party starting around 8 that is in basically Stranger Things. Extract. The Extract, which is not we, has a party starting at 8. And I love it because
right
we
in, yeah.
end and you are right afterwards. So for those of us that are old and need to go to bed, then you can go to bed. For those people that want to keep going, go to the Wild Wild West.
Sleeping at Dragon Con? That happens?
Yes, I
I've heard
do that.
rumors.
Yes, I do it. I'm old and tired. I don't know why. How do you guys not go with sleep?
I have a 4-year-old.
Right.
I slept.
Kids.
I have a
did
4-year-old.
4-year-old not sleep? Oh, huh.
I play video games, so I'm used to staying up all
Yeah,
night.
right. Exactly. So-
Jerry does mention that. I'll summarize it saying that they love you guys, and having a smaller gaming area that makes it 1,000 times safer is worth it. Is better than not having one at all. So
Yeah, and that's really the choice we're faced with this year. Is
right.
And we really
And I
we
just-
really missed putting on the show last year live. The Dragon
Oh,
Con
yeah.
Goes Virtual was amazing. Anybody who had participated in that will tell you that we had a great time doing it. But we
not the
so missed the face-to-face interaction with the fans.
Mhm.
Well, we missed the face-to-face interaction with the game companies. This is last year was just, for lack of a better word, it was awful.
well, and that's the thing. I mean, Dragon Con
It
Goes
wasn't
Virtual was fun, but as fun
Right.
as a separate thing to do, it was no substitute for the main event.
Yeah, I will say the thing about Dragon Con Goes Virtual is way and I know this sounds well, it's gonna sound how it sounds. It was way better than I thought it was going to be, and they did a fantastic job. But you're right, it was a stopgap for a year that we all wish hadn't happened. But for doing what they did, they set a bar for any other convention that was trying to do something similar that I don't think anybody's going to be able to ever go over. And I know that that DragonCon Goes Virtual will still be available this year for folks.
Yep.
We've talked about it
I was
several
saying
times.
The takeaway is
Yeah.
we're doing 2 virtual panels, or at least as far as I know, every track is doing 2 virtual panels in addition to their full in-person show this year. So there will be more virtual content,
Yes, so
and
the
I
bar
think that's going to continue.
the bar got raised for everybody who does programming at Dragon Con. And it's now, in addition to however many hours you normally put on during Dragon Con, we need you to add a couple more panels that you pre-record just so, we can have some content for our virtual fans. We have no souls, Jerry.
Yeah,
No, they don't. Those two.
I would show pictures of some of the disaster that befell my feet last year, but
Oh.
the
I
silver
would like-
dollar-sized blood blisters.
Ooh, ow. I also just, we had a great time. I loved it because, House Sheraton, we win. But it was different and it was great, but it was very different. I think the other thing is what? House Sheraton.
Oh, Sheraton, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Bill,
I
have
think
we
the
done
other
stuff
thing,
in
though-
every host hotel? I think we have.
Well, as soon as we get comfortable in one hotel, they move gaming. That's just how it works. So we're figuring that they're planning on opening up another hotel.
Yeah, and that's
You know,
where we're
It is well, there's going to be a new hotel for next year over by the World Congress Center. As part of
That's
that whole
a long
Mercedes-Benz
walk.
area. And
Okay.
shuttle
you put
buses.
you put content over there, people will show up.
That's true.
Guaranteed.
That is true. So that's very, very good. So cool. And then you said you had a Saturday party. It's 10 p.m. We already said it's DJ Spider.
Yeah,
But
that's
what
the
is
infamous
that
Heroes
party?
and Villains Ball. That is the
Ah.
granddaddy of them all, the biggest party at Dragon Con. That's the one all the celebrities show up to. We never know which ones until they show up.
There you
Felicia.
go.
Yeah, Felicia Day started that trend, and she'll be there again this year. But we've had James Gunn show up. We've had Benedict Wong show up. We've had Xavier Woods from WWE show up. We've
Wait.
had celebrities who weren't even announced at Dragon Con.
Wait,
Like, I'm in Atlanta and show up.
Xavier's not on staff?
he might as well be. I mean, when he gives a shout out to Dragon Con on Monday Night Raw in front of 20 million people.
Aww.
Yep.
Oh, did that really happen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it did actually.
Hello, advertising.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
rumors that Alton Brown showed up at He Was a Villain one year.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, there's also rumors he showed up other years in costume and never told anybody. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And invariably, heroes and villains is where they show up because they can show up in costume and dance, and nobody bugs them. And,
nobody bugged him. There you go.
uh,
Well,
Yeah,
now
man.
wait. What do you guys have a hero costume? I'm just curious because you're already villains.
We're
I
dressing
tell
up
you-
as clowns, Lee. Because we know how much you love clowns, Lee.
I do have one of my hazmat suits from my days at CDC. That I was going to-
Kev and I have a special piece of jewelry we're going to wear when we see you next.
It's gonna be a clown, isn't it? Don't wear clowns. Only weird
Sit
people
in
wear crowns. Clowns are bad. Look, more people hate clowns than probably hate snakes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Snakes are awesome.
So
So are
snakes
clowns.
are awesome.
Clown
So are
snake.
clowns.
Clowns are farting evil. Fart, 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 fart. That's what I said. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space, though, is rather
Great
funny.
movie.
Thank you.
Great movie.
Scary and funny.
Popcorn gun, man. Great movie.
Just call me Pennywise.
So,
Yeah, I
so
didn't, yeah.
Kevin, what kind of other fan panels do you have? I know that we've talked about some things that will you'll be changing up some of the interviewing and whatnot. But what kind of
So
fan panels can we expect?
We've done some game show themed stuff in the past, and one of our panelists from last year, who did Red Dead Redemption and a few other things, suggested a I guess the politically correct way of saying it, Mary Bang Kill video game edition.
Mm,
Except I
mhm.
think we're coming up with a cleaner way of, we're not saying bang because that would be kind of, at least in the program. But they're basically going to do
Depends
that
upon
with
the time.
video game characters, and I'm curious to see where that goes.
What,
We're doing a variation of the Pyramid Game Show, except I think we're calling it the $42.98 Pyramid.
Yeah, for God's sakes, please don't let Gil Gerard hear you say you're doing Pyramid.
Hey, he already bitched about match games. Screw him.
Hey, man, leave my
I
buddy
love
alone.
Match Game and Pyramid.
Yeah,
Why-
we
wait,
did
why
a video
did
game
Gil
themed
Gerard
match
hate-
game last year, and Gil Gerard threw a hissy fit because, well, apparently match game is his and his alone. Even though our version is better.
Oh, that's right, because he does a big panel with it, right?
Yeah, he smooched me big white bum on that one. Sorry, Gil, I love you, but if I don't talk
That
trash
was-
about you, you would feel disrespected.
And that was Kevin's opinion only. Those are not the opinions of Dragon Con. Just
And this is a good
FYI.
time to
Ask
remind
anybody.
everybody.
I talk trash to everybody, Gil, so you're
Yes.
not singled out on this one.
Still love you, Gil.
25 plus years, Gil. 25 plus years.
So you're a newbie.
She's a short time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so you're doing Pyramid.
Lee speechless. That was amazing.
That was
No,
excellent timing.
I'm trying not to say the word I want to say.
Right.
You already did that.
I know.
We
Yeah,
are-
now
we-
I got to take the kids friendly off of everything.
Oh Lord.
No, you just don't beat me.
It was never
Do
on there
some
for the record.
editing. Oh, thank
We
you.
are bringing in a very special edition of Masterpiece
Ooh.
Theater this year.
Masterpiece
Oh,
Theater.
yeah.
Masterpiece Theater. Because in the past, we've had our voice actors do selected dramatic readings of song lyrics and fine literature and not so fine literature. This year, we're doing the same thing, but we've got a couple of honored guests. Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulson from Animaniacs will be joining our cast of voice actors. So if you ever wanted to hear Pinky and the Brain do the Royale with cheese scene from Pulp Fiction,
You know we got Jim Cummings. We got Jim Cummings. We should try to get him to stop by to do Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I asked. The whole cast of Animaniacs is at con this year, and I asked for all of them. I got 2 of them.
No, Tris?
I asked. I so asked, and I asked for Jess too.
And I will say the
Yes.
reboot of the Animaniacs was actually really, really good.
Yep.
Oh, it's my college years.
I didn't even know there was. I did not even. Yeah, I didn't even
Over
know
on
the
Hulu.
reboot
Yep.
of. Okay, I'll go watch.
It was Hulu, right?
And Hulu
It was
can.
Hulu. Yeah.
And Hulu, we are open for
Sponsorship.
always sponsorship. Yep.
Oh, speaking of childhoods, you know what dropped today, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
It's one of the things I'm going to be doing right after this.
Yeah.
What dropped today?
Masters of the
Master-
Universe, Revelations.
hmm
By the way, the Dude Bros are not going to be happy.
Wait.
No, I
Is
can't
this
tell you how bad that'll break
was this
my
a
heart.
movie? Oh, I'm so sorry. The Dude Bros
It's-
aren't going to be happy. I'm so sorry. I'll just drink my martini of their tears and enjoy the heck out of myself.
They're going to like it even less than they like She-Ra.
My kids like
Okay, now
love
wait.
She-Ra. So, I mean,
I'm only laughing at their pain
Yeah.
a little bit. No, that's not true. I'm laughing. At
well, why
laughing
were the
at
Dude
their pain
Bros
a
watching
lot.
She-Ra? That's my question.
Schadenfreude. I was watching She-Ra.
I watched She-Ra too. Dude, whatever was on when I came home from school, that's what I
Well,
watched.
no, and I'm
Well,
saying
it-
you
it
watched
should
the
have
reboot of
destroyed
She-Ra too.
Yeah.
I only watched. I think I only watched the first season of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
No, it's good.
It was fine. It just wasn't something that I was going to invest a lot of time in.
And that's what people need to realize. It ain't your cup of tea. Put it down and move on.
Mhm.
Then go watch original He-Man or She-Ra, because I am promising you somewhere on the internet it might have to have commercials. You can
Go-
find it.
And not for nothing, Ted Lasso dropped today too. So,
Yes, it did.
Excellent.
excellent.
Football is life.
Football is life. Oh, I've rewatched that series so
Absolutely.
many times. It's not even funny. Because what we need is just happiness at this point. Yeah. So Masterpiece Universe.
Yes,
What
we
were we talking
do.
about? Oh, we're talking about the Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah.
And the voice actor. So you got like he was saying, he got two of the he got Pinky in the brain. So
Right.
Key in the brain.
Yeah. There's so many 2-part dramas we can do with those two. And Maurice LaMarche does so many characters, it's ridiculous. So I'm looking forward to that very eagerly.
and Rob is amazing too. So
Yeah. Rob's a
Oh,
super
Rob
nice
Paulson. He is
guy. One of the nicest
hysterical.
people I've ever met.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it when people are nice and funny.
Who are
And
some of
just
the
enjoy the
gaming guests that you
Dragon
have this year, or that tentatively have? Well, everything's up in the air always.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the studio guys still aren't allowed to travel
Yeah,
because of
that's a
COVID
problem.
restrictions.
Yeah.
So we're falling back on a lot of voice acting talent, a lot of the costuming talent. We got guys like Michael Mosley and Ebony Warrior Studios and things like that. So we're kind of going in a different direction away from the heavy development stuff this year necessarily because the Blizzard guys can't travel, the Epic guys can't travel. Just it's how it is this year.
as far as
travel,
the
your limitations.
as far as the rest of gaming, I know that there's supposed to be a panel with both Steve Jackson and Bill Fawcett. If you know anything about tabletop gaming, those two guys sitting down and talking for an hour is going to be an amazing. It's going to be an amazing conversation because those guys are responsible for a lot of the tabletop stuff that happened in the 80s and 90s.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, yes, I have there is a whole part of a closet and part of my guest room that has Steve Jackson games from the 80s and 90s because that's what my husband played when you had to have graph paper instead of a board.
If you're of a certain age and you did any kind of tabletop gaming in the 80s, I'm sure you did something with Steve Jackson, whether it was Car Wars or Ogre or GEV or GURPS.
GURPS.
I want to tell an Ogre story. So they did a Kickstarter on Ogre for the big box and did a box. And my husband kickstarted it, and then they had extra things, and you could go and see them at their Houston site. Or not, was it Houston? I don't know where it is. Somewhere
Austin.
in Texas. You had to go
Austin.
Austin. They had to go to Houston and then drive to Austin. And he did it. And he took 2 suitcases, not because he needed 2 suitcases. He took 2 suitcases because he knew the box, how big it was and how heavy it was. Well, he wasn't exactly sure how heavy it was going to be, but he knew how big it was, so he could put it in that and check it as luggage.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. Hopefully he won't bring that. But are they going to, I wanted to ask about Steve Jackson. Is he going to be in person? I'd go look, but I'll get confused. So
As far as I know, he is supposed to be attending all 4 days of Dragon Con.
oh, wow. I hope that, oh, that's very cool. I hope he does some autograph sessions, because maybe my husband can go and get an autograph on that 50-pound ogre thing. Oh, he already got that. He just
that
told
means
me.
he
he's
actually
right
has to
beside
haul
me.
Will you
it.
sign my ogre?
That means he also has to haul it in there too.
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. But he just said actually he already has his signature on it. What a
Yeah,
freaking
that thing.
Oh, there you go.
surprise.
Yeah, I also kickstarted that thing. I didn't do the thing where I went to Texas, but I got it, and it's bigger than my child. So,
Mhm.
I
Which
mean,
means it's
It's
like
huge.
twice as big as Lee. No? Yes.
that for the record, that wasn't me, Lee.
It wasn't me.
I know. It was this guy right here. And I'm doing the finger things, and John is right above me if you're just listening
Everyone's
to us on the
pointing at me.
podcast.
I gotcha.
We
All right.
kind of look like Brady Bunch a little bit.
He just
Oh,
left.
that rat. Okay, so the other thing is, just curious, Phil, in the past, you just talked about Steve Jackson. Are you guys doing anything, just talking about board gaming overall, or,
All right.
you
So, as you know, gaming is split up amongst several. There's several of us that are running gaming. So we have the people who are doing the practical stuff, which is myself, which is board gaming. We have card gaming, which is collectible cards. We have miniature gaming. We also have campaign and non-campaign role playing, and we also have LARPs, which is the live action role playing. Additionally to that, we have, as far as game programming, we have what we call the tabletop track, which is, I believe it's going to be on the 7th floor of the Westin. I could be wrong because my brain is fried. And that's just
it'll
a
be
whole.
in the app.
It will be in the app, but all that programming is, things about, we have panels on game design. We have panels on getting your Kickstarter started. Of course, we're going to have the panel with Bill Fawcett and Steve Jackson, which, is going to be the highlight of my weekend. Just depending on what designers actually show up, because again, like Kevin was saying, we have a lot of these designers who are restricted by their studios from, actually traveling because they can't afford for these guys to get sick. So they're saying nobody can travel to anywhere.
Okay.
But please look.
sad.
But please look at the app.
When
Everything.
it comes out, it's not out yet.
I'm sorry. But
Have it.
I know.
John, drink your water, all of it, all the way down. Chug it.
But yeah, that's the thing. It'll be something in the app for all of this. Trying to right now we are less than 50 days out, so everything is up in the air. Nothing will be solidified again until the 7th of September, but we will be coming out with a lot more information about gaming specifically on August 1st.
Now I know you mentioned your daily hours, the tentative daily hours. Where everything's still again in flux. What time do you actually open for con for actual?
We're actually going to be board games going to actually be set up and ready to have games checked out on Thursday at I believe 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Okay.
That's your
And I just
12-year-old
wanted to
behind you.
say,
Yes, that was my 12-year-old just starting.
hi, 12-year-old. you're growing. It's so sad. Just FYI, as we are recording this, we have 40 days until Dragon Con. 40 days, 23
And-
hours.
And Zan just wanted to remind me that it's usually 10 days before the convention, before before the app is updated. But that's not going to stop me from asking.
I mean,
No,
You think
because
it's
he
going to
likes
stop
to
anybody
upset.
from asking?
to give you guys some inside baseball, our schedule deadline was what, 2 days ago, Lee?
Wednesday.
So
hmm
once the schedule deadline is passed, then you have to resolve all the conflicts between guests and panels, and that takes a couple weeks.
And then there's the part where Regina throws her head back and laughs at everybody.
Right. And
Yes.
and then
Don't
there's
ask
the
for
last
Joe. Yeah. Don't ask for
yeah, then
Gina
there's the
for
last
anything
minute
else.
guest announcements like that Star Trek guest we
Maybe.
Captain.
name. Because he's going to get added to a main ballroom, and that's going to cause a cascading effect on the schedule.
Right. There are several guests out there that if they
Right.
announced on the day before the show that they come into Dragon Con, it would cause the entire Dragon Con schedule to get shuffled.
I mean, not for nothing, but you notice there really haven't been any guests announced from certain very large franchises that you can pretty much count on are going to be announced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
Well-
a lot of them, because of how filming is going right now, too, they might really want to come. They might have been offered and they have the paperwork ready, but they don't want to send it unless they know they have a really good chance of being here.
I
And
mean, we've had it happen. Like I got a call on Saturday night. Like Robert Downey Jr. is in town. He wants to come by Dragon Con. Come on, we'll figure out a way to make it. He came by Heroes, and we
Yeah.
were going to have him come by Heroes and Villains, and it didn't work out. But it's that kind of somebody's in town. They want to swing by Dragon Con and
And
show
you
their
also-
I mean,
face.
everything
al-
films in Atlanta or thereabouts now,
it
anyway.
used to. Most,
And
a
you
lot
also-
of things still do, but
And you also have to realize that a lot of the studios, especially the film and television people, have been restricting their people since January.
mhm.
And these guys are eventually going to get a break, and a lot of time these breaks are right around Labor Day, and they find out like 2 weeks before that they are done shooting. They have no more in post. You are free to do what you need to do until we need you to come back. Unless we need you to come back, they may not find out until the middle of August what their availability is. And trust me, there are many of these people that if on August 15th they said, "Hey, Rachel, I'm gonna be in town during Dragon Con. Could you guys use me?" Why?
Yeah.
Yes, we could. Why? Yes, we could, Mr. Bakula. Why? Yes, we could, Mr.
Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Mr. We'll make room.
Mr. Rock. I understand that The Rock has
No.
been announced.
No, he has not.
I will stop that.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank
Oh,
you.
no, it wasn't The Rock. It was Dwayne Johnson that was announced.
Stop
Okay.
that.
That.
him and Kevin Hart,
Oh, I just got a great panel idea. Kevin
the
Hart
Rock and the
Lee.
Pebble.
No. Kevin Hart and Lee on the same stage. Who's shorter?
That was Kevin.
I think I know I know that was that guy.
That
And
guy. Mirroring is hard.
I know, mirroring is hard. Yeah. Okay. I also wanted to say one thing because this is what I meant to say early on in this because you, Phil, were talking about we are asking people to wear masks. This is a great time to pull out that Dragon Con mask that you got if you were a member last year. Use it. And yes, I know some of them were a little bigger. You can actually you can like cut them and then tie them. There's all these ways to do that. Or if you really, really want to,
you can make
you can probably make a swan. But my hands go everywhere. But or if you're really wanting that Marriott carpet, the one that's blue, not the one that like
not the skid marks.
2-year-old had a problem. 2-year-old had a problem. Yeah, that one. You can go on Etsy or other places and you can get that Marriott carpet mask. You just put in Dragon Con Marriott and those masks pop the heck up.
$10 on Etsy. I know. I just got one.
You can get lots.
There you go.
It's awesome.
And we do want to mention again that as far as I know, that's the request that we're talking about wearing masks is just that. It's just a request.
It's just a
strongly
request.
encouraged.
And-
Strongly encouraged.
Oh.
But Dragon Con does not have an official policy on that yet. Or at least
I
it's not
will
been
add. I will add this much: the hotels may have their own ideas on the rules on masks and things like that. We have no say over that. They are responsible for making those rules, enforcing those rules, and we cannot overrule them.
Well, actually, sorry about that. Oh, I just became the well, actually. Supposedly, again, in the notes from the town hall today, it was going to go with which, if the hotel is harder, is more restrictive than Dragon Con, they were going to go with Dragon Con. I don't know. Do you remember Dragon Con is a private event? So it may be that's their
But
thing when
the
you're
ho-
in the private event areas.
The hotels have a right to be hotels.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Hotels gonna hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And America's
And-
Mart is a completely different entity altogether.
All together. Yes.
So again, well, as we mentioned at the beginning, well, it's a very, 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 very good idea to wear a mask, especially when you're gaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
Let's
if
just
you're
drop
one of
it
those
there. Let's
but
start
my
right there.
freedoms types, don't give our volunteers a hard time about it.
Oh,
Well, don't give the volunteers a hard time over anything.
Ever.
period. Yes.
'Cause
They
they
are
should-
exactly that,
patient.
volunteers.
Well, one, we quit feeding them after Saturday, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do water them down after midnight, though.
no, we
We,
don't.
we feed them cranky fans.
They hide them somewhere. And then
Okay. So
And just remember, rule number 1 of Dragon Con: don't be a jerk.
yes, please, especially this year of all years.
Yes.
Don't be a jerk. Everyone,
let us just celebrate
patience.
that we're around each other.
patience.
Be happy.
Is exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And be the flexibles.
So, Kevin, I don't know that I know we know where Phil is because Phil basically takes up all America's Mart, or at least the part that's not. At least the part that's
I
not.
lost weight, man.
I'm not saying that. That's not. All right,
Not me. Not it. Didn't do it.
Kevin, where is your room located? Your main room?
I am in the Augusta Ballroom on the 7th floor of the Westin.
All right, and that's if you come in from the street. That's another floor up, right?
That is one floor up.
Yeah, because the weirdest thing that you do at the Westin is come in on the 6th floor
Come in on the 6th floor.
somehow.
And you go
The
down
model-
to the 5th floor, which is the bottom floor. I have no idea where floors 1 through 4 are.
Parking deck. There's a parking deck underneath under the hotel.
Oh, okay.
There is one. That is true.
That's what I
Yeah.
was told.
Yeah, I've never actually
But-
seen it. But yeah.
Uh,
It's a
Oh, public-
timey-wimey
Public
thing.
service announcement. Public service
Yes.
announcement, because this is important. If you are driving to the Westin,
Oh, my.
you have the option of valet parking in the Westin deck, and there is a self-parking deck that is accessible from the Westin driveway. That deck is not owned by the Westin. It is a private deck, and they can and do change the daily prices while you are parked there, and they will jack up the prices to $50 a day for parking. They will rip you off. Don't park
50?
there. Yeah, 50.
Whoa.
And the
Do
Westin,
the valet.
and the Westin
you go-
gives you in and out privileges.
Correct. Do the valet.
That is
Do not do
certain.
the self parking at the Westin. They will rip you off.
That is a
And I have-
very, very good tip that I never
That's a
knew.
lovely public service announcement. Yes, yes, yes. And a lot of the hotels do baby.
You said doo doo.
Doobie,
Said I
doobie,
said, no,
doo.
no. 12 years old, all of us.
You said
But
Marriott carpet. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, a lot of the hotels do free in and out privileges. Ask your hotel, though. It's by hotel, because the Sheraton
Yes.
does it, or did it. You know,
Yeah,
Can
the private lots can and do change their rates. So if
Oh,
you
yes, they
get
do.
clever and park Wednesday night for $10 a day, and you come back and it's $50 a day on Sunday, they will charge you $50 a day for as long as you've been parked there.
Yep.
Do not play that game. Park if you're going to park down there. Park at a hotel.
And the it
Or
might be a
take
little
MARTA.
tough. Yeah, I was
Or
gonna say it might be.
take MARTA is probably the best idea.
Yeah,
Best idea.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
All right, so where's our
And
game
there
where we
are
get to pick
parties-
on Lee?
All right, our game
Right.
today is actually Fibbage. If you guys can check the private chat real quick and go to Jackbox TV, and the code is I put it there in the private chat before I open it up to anybody else to play.
Fibbage was
And I am
weird.
moderating because sometimes
So
I
you-
have to do that.
Oh, with this group, I bet you do.
Oh, I don't think it has anything to do with this group. If I open it up, once I open it up to the folks that are watching, it usually.
Hold on, let me get in.
Yep, I'm waiting. So that would be a good time again to remind everyone we are not because I did see some things about town hall meetings and whatnot. Again, we are not official voice for DragonCon. We've been doing this for 13 years now. Looks like something like that.
We're old.
But
You're
but
a newbie.
but exactly.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
don't speak for them on their behalf. Be sure to check everything from official DragonCon channels. We try to give it to you. 90% of what we say is going to wind up being accurate at the end of the day, but sometimes there's one or two things that sounds a little off to you. Maybe it was. Maybe you heard something else.
Maybe it was.
If you heard something, if you heard it, somebody else said blah blah blah. Go to the Facebook, the DragonCon Facebook, DragonCon Twitter,
Twitters.
the official ones, and they will give you the information that you need. All right, so
August 1st.
August
August
1st.
1st.
Yep. Yeah, as Zan pointed out that there will be there's supposed to be more information after the August 1st town hall meeting.
Yep.
Thing. I will go ahead now and let the other. We'll give it a couple of minutes to let other folks, if they want to join. We got 4 spots left open. If anybody in the room wants to do this.
Okay, so John, you're there, but does it mean that you're actually not playing? You're just a mod.
Oh, I'm playing. No, I gotta. You gotta play with this particular one. It doesn't have
Oh.
a separate moderation panel, so I have to.
Okay.
Oh,
You have to
well,
play
Phil-
and moderate.
Oh, Pal Family's back. Hello, Pal Family.
Oh, the Pal family, we're all in trouble.
All right, let me turn the. You guys can hear that music now.
I can hear the music.
Everyone hears music.
I think it's funny that Kevin and I started the same dance at the same time.
We share the same brain, Phil.
Well, this is true, sir.
Welcome to
Special
Fibbage, home of the triple dipple whammy burger. May I take your order? 8 players. That's enough to field an official korfball team. And yet you chose to play this game. I thank you. Oh, and anyone else who wants to get in can be in the audience. The audience gets to throw extra lies into the mix and guess the truth along with players. Okay, here we go.
Should have done this on my phone.
This is round 1. You'll pick up 500 points for everybody you fool. And you'll get a cool 1,000 for finding the truth. All right, choose a category. All right, question 1. The rare genetic malady Pili trianguli et canaliculi, which affects mainly children under 12, is commonly known as blank syndrome. Now use your device to enter a lie that might deceive other players into picking it. If you can't come up with something, use the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion for half the points. Do it already!
And do remember, this is a family-friendly podcast.
So
Even
here
though I
are
said
your
it
choices. Look for the truth and tap it on your device. Let's see how things shook out.
Oh, Pal Family and Peak
Great
Eye.
lie.
Guess I should have read these
Oh,
out.
man.
Sorry, I forgot about the audio. People listening. Chronic Cowlick was Kevin's lie. He gave fooled two people. Cowlick was Phil's lie. I find it funny that they both thought the same exact thing. Toe Fungus was Santa's lie.
That's funny.
Here's something you might be interested in.
That's a
Can
cowlick!
lead to Phil Spector disease.
Uncombable hair was actually the right answer, but yeah, Cowlick
a cowlick!
is the same thing.
Phil, I kind of protest on that one.
Yeah.
Why did I even get 5 points?
Select a category.
So we were right, but we were wrong.
Right.
And the question is, in 2013, international soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo opened up a museum in Portugal dedicated to blank. Type in your lies now.
Storage.
Took me a second.
Hurry, use the...
Yeah.
Okay, where's the truth?
So I'm supposed to pick the truth.
I should have read it a little closer. Okay, so the possible answers are baseball, web feet, Will Smith movies, himself, sports in the Middle Ages, balls, onions, his girlfriends, shoes, and Ronaldo's trophies. I happen to know that I had to re-enter because I was too close to the answer, and now
All right, who picked what?
Yay! The audience is convinced about my lie.
Liked your lie.
Balls. Sports in the Middle Ages. Nope, that was Santa's lie. Baseball. Nope, that's Eternal Zan's lie. Shoes was B's lie. So far in for truth. See, okay, himself.
Yeah, it's
Ronaldo
also
isn't
what I
full of
typed in.
himself, but his
Yeah, I knew
museum
that
is.
I typed Ronaldo. That's why when I went back and looked at, it says Ronaldo's trophies. Maybe that would have been right. Currently in the lead is Phil. Phil is currently in the lead. Tied with Kevin.
And Kevin died. Yeah.
Give me a category.
B is selecting the category right now.
Or I'll just do it.
Who is Joey?
Now listen up. After the short-lived Friends spin-off Joey was canceled, the living room set was turned into a training simulator for blank. All right, type in your lies.
Oh, what the hell?
Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one is the truth?
Huh. So the possible answers are airplanes, paramedics, the Full House reboot, maids, emergency room doctors, SWAT teams, firefighters, TV production, and police training. And sitcom cameras is another option. Somehow I missed that.
Okay, let's take a look.
Maids was the audience's guess, which is the Powell family's lie. Sitcom cameras was my lie. Fooled two people.
Nope.
The Full House reboot was the Powell family's guess, which is Lee's lie. That makes sense then. TV production, which was Kevin's lie, which fooled both Lee and I. Paramedics, which is the truth, and Phil and B got it right.
That must explain why they handle so many cases of nausea.
It actually makes a lot of sense, by the way. And Bill and Kevin are still tied.
Get ready for round 2, where all the points are doubled. Hey, it's celebrity social media time. Celebrity tweets. In October 2015, Larry King tweeted, "Somehow, somewhere, there's got to be a blank." Enter your lies now.
$2015. I don't think Twitter was quite as insane at that point yet. That's 6 years ago, guys.
Der Gruppenführer was still making his bones on Twitter back then, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. All right, where's the truth?
All right, so the possible answers are for Larry King tweeted somehow, somewhere, there's got to be a woman who would love me without my money, free beer, bathroom, smart politician, person named Chad who is nice, a solution, a sucker, better divorce lawyer, a talking dog, or a decent presidential candidate. Which one of these things did he tweet back in 2015?
And what did people pick?
B selected solution, which was Santa's lie. Women who love me without my money was Lee's lie. Colonel's hand strict there. Decent presidential candidate was Kevin's pick, but that was Phil's lie. A bathroom. The audience picked that one, which was my lie. Thank you, audience. A better divorce lawyer, which was the Powell family's lie. Oh, Powell family. Sorry, Kevin's lie. Powell family sucked at it. Ooh, smart politician fooled both Lee and I. That was B's guess. A talking dog was the truth.
Finally, a journalist bringing up what really matters.
I think Phil just went into the lead with that answer.
Triumph, the
My
insult
God.
comic dog is crying.
I actually remember when he put that tweet out.
Do you really? Oh,
Phil
wow.
and Kevin are still
He
in the
didn't
lead.
do a lot of tweets.
Okay, pick a category.
Honorary
Oh, boy.
Globetrotters is the category.
Here's the question. In 1976, the Harlem Globetrotters announced that their first honorary member would be blank. Write your lies
Ooh.
now.
76. What was I doing?
I was
5.
6 years old. I'm trying to think of somebody. Oh, and I'm now drinking the other drink.
Write
of
something
Gamers
quick or use
Everywhere,
the lie for me button.
What
Dr.
is that,
Pepper. This is Dr. Pepper, but it's also the Dr. Pepper Plus cream soda, which just like tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Okay, take a look and find the truth.
The possible answers are Ronald Reagan, Fidel Castro, Henry Kissinger, Stevie Wonder. Goodness, I'm not old enough to answer this question. So someone's Jimmy. I suspect it's not that one. Jimmy Carter, some white dude, Jack Nicholson, and Gilligan.
That's
All of the above.
I do like the goodness I'm not old enough.
Any of those are possible, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except maybe goodness, I'm not old enough to be for this question.
I think I know the answer to this one.
All right, let's see what you guys picked.
That's
Thank you.
Jimmy Carter was Kevin's lie.
And it was also
It was also Phil's lie. You two, both of you.
Down. I
kinda
actually
spooky.
almost put that down. too.
High five,
Well-
Kevin.
Yeah.
This is what, like the third time you guys have answered the question exactly the same. Stevie Wonder was Pal's family lie.
He had a hard time getting a good look at the basket.
Jack Nicholson was the audience lie.
Oh,
Several
okay.
people. Henry Kissinger was the truth.
Oh,
What?
no. Henry Kissinger? Really?
Global ambassador for peace.
You should
Mike, oh my!
Several
Leaving
people
up
were doing
the
Henry
food.
Kissinger impressions there.
I'm sorry.
time to pick a category.
Eternal Zan
And
is picking
Phil
a
is just
category.
running away with this one. Because, wow.
Okay, we don't have all day. Here's a question.
Oh, Lee's
for
got
you.
this.
In 2011,
Miniature
the
helpers.
definition of a service animal was updated in the Americans with Disabilities Act. As an
Oh, we actually know
alternative
the
to
answer to this.
dogs, the act now allows miniature blank. Okay, enter your lies.
Actually know the answer because we've talked to Disability Services several times over the years.
And we have laughed at this every time they've brought it up. Brought it up.
I mean, I know it's legitimate for some people, but it is still a little weird.
Hurry up. Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything.
Here.
Okay, seek the truth.
Possible answers are clowns, miniature clowns, robots, dogs, horses, tigers, giraffes, pigs, cows, and cats.
And nobody put track director.
We
At
we
least you
put,
see my name up
I
there.
wish I had.
I was.
We put clowns.
I was like,
Okay, what did everyone pick?
Everyone got it right.
horses! Yay!
That looks like collusion, but I'll let it go. Which seems
I don't think
unfair
it's funny.
because they already have a full-time job looking adorable.
See where Phil is now roughly 4,000 points ahead of everybody else. But another who's right behind him is Kevin, which
Yep.
is
This is the final
Guys,
fibbage.
try.
One question left for triple the points. Good luck.
Oh, goody.
If you find yourself out on Harrington Lake in Kentucky, beware of the rumored local monster that's half blank, half blank. Enter your lies now.
I should know this one, and I actually think I do, but I'm not sure.
if you find yourself out on Harrington Lake in Kentucky, beware of the rumored local monster that's half blank, half blank. And we should have the answers here in a second.
Half sister, half brother.
Okay, here are your choices.
that's Alabama.
Half seahorse, half mermaid, half fish, half snake, half Horse, half fish, half Rand
I should
Paul,
know
half
this.
Mitch McConnell,
Which is hysterical. Good job.
half turtle, half swan, Phil, half Kevin, half eel, half pig, half squirrel, half deer, half whale, half horse, half pig, half snake. Although I do like Kevin's answer much better. Although
What was Kevin's answer?
no one's really worried about it because it's just they're everywhere.
Let's see what everybody selected.
Half turtle, half swan was John's.
Somebody
line.
bought that.
Squirrel, deer was the audience lie. I fell for that. I'm not sure what that would even look like. Rand Paul
That was
or
awesome.
Mitch McConnell was Phil's lie and fooled the audience. Pig and snake was Kevin's lie.
That was a big one.
Eel and pig is the truth.
Yay!
I'd heard it was like a pig and a serpent. Nice
Kevin
one.
pulls it out at the
Oh,
end.
monster comeback!
Wow. How much did he win it by? Just like 2,000? Is that it?
Let's see. He also won the likes.
Aw. Nice. That's how that was.
What
I
was the
didn't
final
understand
score?
what that
Go
last
back
night.
there. Yeah,
There we go.
roughly 2,000 points, which means that extra
Wow,
when
way
he got
to
3 extra
pull
people.
that
Worst
out.
liar, most gullible was Powell family. The comedian
was John.
That's me.
I'm very upset nobody picked the Kevin, half Phil, half Kevin. I put down that last one.
Because that's not a monster league.
Yes, yes it is.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm
again,
out of here. I got to get
Yep.
out of here because I got to go kill somebody.
Do you actually
Wow.
work?
All right.
Yeah,
Don't
whatever.
Be a child.
Half John, half Lee was Rob's answer, by the way. And okay, well, thank you once again, Phil, for joining us, and Kevin.
Yes, thanks.
We appreciate it. You
I'm
guys
sorry.
are
I'm
doing
short
great work.
today. So
All right.
Yeah, sorry we got to cut it short, Lee, but
right.
thank you for having us.
That was him.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can stay longer next time.
All right.
and next
So-
time we show up, could you
I
please
doubt
sit
you
up?
can be any longer.
Can you
at all.
sit up? Can you sit up in the chair so we can see you?
We'll promise we won't make the jokes go over your head.
So until next time, for Phil,
Curb your
Kevin,
enthusiasm, Lee.
Lee, and our audience players, this is John. Say
Love you guys.
peace.
Bye.
Bye.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.